A good affordable housing deal starts with the right piece of property, the right location. We started developing a plan for what we could develop based on the zoning that was permissible here. Worked with our engineer to craft together a plan. We were able to fortunately get some what are called impact funds to advance our land development planning process early, which is unusual. It's fortunate that the city of Harrisburg had those funds. In the meantime, we were applying for federal low-income housing tax credits, applying to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for those. We were successful, I think, on our second try, and that's a competitive process as well. You've got to know what you're doing to put together a good application that PHFA is going to like. At the end of the day, you're producing a 3-inch binder, which will take at least 90 days to put together, and that's if you know what you're doing. If not, it's at least 6 months with a consultant. And then you're waiting as a review process once you submit for 9 months in Pennsylvania. So until you get an award, it's highly competitive. Only about 1 in 3 applications historically gets funded. And then there's just a whole series of things that you have to do to checklist items to get to closing from there. Because we had advanced that process of land development, our team was able to move very quickly to get to closing. I think we closed 5 months after we got an award, which is also very unusual. Normally it takes more like 12 months, 18 months, because you start that land development process at that stage. We had some unique financing sources that came into this deal too to solve financing gaps. We kind of created a new funding source in partnership with a group called LHOP and what's called their LIFT program, and two banks that helped us on that. Mid-Penn Bank is our equity investor. They were a great partner. They just committed to the deal and held to their commitment. They were easy to work with all through the process. Gem Group out of Harrisburg is a women-owned business contractor. They constructed the building with plans designed by Kramer Marx Architects out of Ambler, PA. Just a very smooth process to get through construction and then open and welcome our residents. A big component of the application with PHFA called community impact, and it has to do with what's going on in the community and how is this new project going to fit in. I think there are ways to look at more objective criteria, what makes a good community, census data, and set some parameters around that. We need to have an increased focus on cost efficiency in our developments. There's a limited pool of resources, there always will be. There's excess demand over the resources that we have to meet the affordable needs of our communities across the state, across the nation. There is a cost efficiency scoring criteria with PHFA, but it needs to have a lot more weight. I think it should be one of the most significant things. It's a critical issue. We should be incentivizing cost efficiency so we can get the most units out there.